Hello YouTube. I couldn't make a video last week, but I'm back again. In today's video, we'll review the 3 one-card setups that I really like. My name is Abhi, this is Credit Debit with Abhi, and like we do in all of our videos, without further ado, let's dive in. The first one-card setup is for someone who is looking for the simplicity of a one-card setup but still wants the flexibility of being able to transfer their points out to travel partners and does not want cashback. My choice for this particular segment is going to be the BILT Rewards Mastercard. Now, I've mentioned them a couple of times on the channel before for different reasons, but in this instance, it makes a ton of sense. This card comes with a $0 annual fee and has decent multipliers, so it gets you 3x back on dining, 2x back on travel, and 1x back on everything else. Now, what takes this card to the next level is that you get 1x back on rent. As people in this community would already know, that BILT covers the charges that the rental company or the property management company charges you when you pay with a credit card. And so, over the course of the year, you can actually accumulate BILT reward points by paying for rent. There is just one qualm I have with the credit card, that is that it doesn't actually give you a bonus offer when you sign up for the card. But there are a few small benefits that the card comes with. You get a Lyft reward of $5 every month after you take 3 Lyft rides, and you also get a Dash Pass membership for 3 months. So that can come in handy if you order in a lot. The card also gives you good coverage on trip delay insurance, theft and damage, collision damage waiver for rental car companies. So the coverage overall is pretty good for the credit card. If you have this as the only credit card in your wallet, you can easily use it for a bunch of different things. Now, why did I say right at the top that this is a great credit card for someone who expects simplicity from their setup, but also wants the flexibility of being able to transfer their points out to travel partners? It's because this card actually doesn't allow you to use the points for cashback. Instead, what you can do is use your points and transfer them out to a bunch of travel partners that BILT Rewards has. Some of those travel partners include American Airlines, United Airlines, World of Hyatt, amongst others. As you can already start seeing, these are partners that a lot of credit card points don't allow you to transfer to. Like the only other partner that allows you to transfer out to World of Hyatt is Chase. And the only other partner that allows you to transfer out to American Airlines is Citi. And the American airline points can come in really handy if you're trying to book the Qatar Q suites, because Qatar Airways and American Airlines are partners. So like I said right at the top, if you're looking for an easy setup for a $0 annual fee card that actually gives you the flexibility to transfer out to travel partners without the option to actually use cashback, this is the card for you. Let's move on to the second card. The second one-card setup is for someone who is looking for decent multipliers across a wide variety of categories. So if you're someone who spends on dining, travel, hotels, car rental services, gas stations, supermarkets, this might be the card for you. I am talking about the Citi Premier card. This card comes with a $95 annual fee, but we'll break it down in a second. If you sign up for the card today as of the recording of this video, you can get 60,000 bonus points after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. So the points that you earn are Citi Thank You points, so you can redeem them for cash back at 1 cent per point, so that's about $600 for the 60,000 bonus points, or you can transfer them out to travel partners at least 2 cents per point, but you can also earn more than that. But like with most travel partner transfers, your mileage may vary. Now, why do I think this is a great credit card for someone who is looking at different categories and having multipliers across these categories? It comes down to the multiplier that this card offers. You get 3x back on a bunch of categories: hotels, air travel, gas stations, supermarkets, dining. So as you can see, you can earn across a lot of different categories and earn multipliers at 3x. And if you're using this to transfer this out to travel partners, you can be earning almost 6%. So that's 3x times the 2 cents per point that you can earn for all of your spend across these categories. There's a limited time offer where if you book hotels or car rentals through the Thank You portal, Citi is going to give you 10x back on the money that you spend. I think this offer is going to be valid until end of June next year. Now, Citi also offers you a $100 statement credit when you spend $500 or more by using Thank You to book a hotel. Now, like I said earlier, your mileage may vary, but for me, I don't see myself booking a hotel through Citi's Thank You portal anytime soon. But if this is the only credit card in your wallet and you do plan a trip once a year where you spend more than $500, you can actually get this $100 back that'll help offset the $95 annual fee. And that's why I think this is a good credit card, because I think most people who are looking for a one-card setup and also like to travel can definitely use this $100 credit that you get on the statement. But if that's not you, don't account for that when looking at the credit card. Now let's take an example to see how these multipliers can come in handy. I'm going to assume that across all of these categories that earn you 3x back, you spend about $1,500 a month. Over the course of the year, if this is the only credit card you're using, you're spending about $18,000 across these categories. Because you're earning 3x back on all of these categories, the thank you points that you're accumulating is 54,000 thank you points. If you just do cashback against those points, you're earning $540. If you transfer them out to travel partners, you can be looking at an yield of about $1,080. And that's why I think if this is the only credit card in your wallet, you can easily offset the $95 annual fee even with the spend. As is always the case with most credit cards, there is opportunity cost, but again, like we're talking about a one card setup, so there's technically no other credit card that you can be spending your money on. In the world of this individual who has this credit card, there is no opportunity cost of spending through any other card. With that, let's move on to the next card. The third card comes from one of the most famous ecosystems, the Chase ecosystem, and I'm talking about the Chase Sapphire Preferred. This card too comes with a $95 annual fee, but it's easier to offset this with the $50 statement credit that you get when you book a hotel through the Chase portal. Now again, if this is the only card you have in your setup, and if you do at least one trip a year, this $50 can be accounted for at 100%. Now the effective annual fee on your card comes down to $95 minus the $50 statement credit, $45. Now let's talk about the multipliers. I don't think the multipliers here are as robust as the Citi Premier card, but they're still pretty good. You get 5x back when you book travel through the Chase portal. You get 3x back on a few categories like dining, online groceries, and select streaming services. You get 2x back on anything that classifies as travel, and this is a very broad category. Airbnbs classify as travel. If you're paying for parking, that classifies as travel. If you're paying for subway, that classifies as travel. So it's a pretty broad categorization of what travel is. And then you get 1x back on everything else. But this card makes it sweeter because it has a few other nuanced benefits that make it a top tier card in my opinion. Number one is the complimentary Dash Pass that you get for a year. Now if you order in a fair bit and you use either DoorDash or Caviar to order in, I think you can extract a lot of value from this. The other few credits that you get is the Instacart credit, which is a $15 credit every quarter. You also get a $10 GoPuff credit on a monthly basis for the entirety of 2023. Remember that past 2023, they may or may not choose to extend the GoPuff collaboration, but that's to be seen. The Instacart one is available now through 2024. This is a great card for some of the underlying benefits like the trip delay reimbursement, travel insurance, primary collision damage waiver if you're signing up for a car rental, and there are a few other things that make this remarkable. One is a 10% anniversary boost. So let's say you accumulate about 30,000 points every single year, then you get a 3,000 point bonus at the end of the year. Moreover, if you use your points to book travel through the Chase portal, you get rewarded at 1.25 cents per point as opposed to the 1 cent per point if you just used it for cashback. And I didn't mention what the bonus on the card was as of the recording of the video, so you can get 60,000 points if you spend more than $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. So those 60,000 points can be valued at $750 if you use the Chase portal to book travel. And again, if this is the only card in your wallet, you're probably using this card to book travels. So use the Chase portal and you can get at least 1.25 cents per point. The magic of the card is in some of the travel partners that Chase has in its ecosystem. Some of the popular ones are the World of Hyatt, similar to the BILT Rewards program. You also have other players like United. Now United recently went through the devaluation of its award miles, and so while it's valuable, the value of it has come down a little bit, but it's still a valuable partner to have in the program. I know that there are other providers like American Express and Capital One that have great credit cards to offer, but I do believe that the cards that I would have in the one card setup would come in at a slightly higher annual fee, like the Capital One Venture X and the American Express Gold Card. So I stuck to these three as the three one card setups that I would like. But I would love to see if you disagree and what your choice would be. Let me know in the comments below. If this video was entertaining, hit the like button. If this is the second time you're watching a video, consider subscribing. And like always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.